Royal proposal in Copenhagen. It was a crisp evening in Copenhagen. The royal family had gathered quietly, away from cameras, away from the public eye. Everyone expected just another formal dinner, another carefully orchestrated royal engagement. But then, everything changed. A moment no one saw coming unfolded right before the royal court. The future of two nations shifted with just one question. And tonight, we take you inside that moment. Princess Leonor of Spain, elegant and poised, stood in the grand hall of Amalienborg Palace. The chandeliers glowed softly above, casting a golden light across the room. Prince Christian of Denmark approached her with a look that silenced everyone. Conversation stopped. Even the clinking of silverware on china came to a halt. What happened next would echo through royal history. He took her hand. The future Queen of Spain stood perfectly still. And then, in front of their families, he asked the question everyone had been waiting for. Will you marry me? But this wasn't just a proposal. It was a uniting of two powerful royal houses, a bond between Denmark and Spain that carries centuries of history, politics, and expectations. The answer wasn't just for him, it was for a country, for a crown, for a future. Leonor's answer didn't come immediately. She paused, her face unreadable for a few tense seconds that felt like hours. Every eye in the room was fixed on her. You could feel the tension ripple through the palace. Would she say yes? Or would she follow her heart and defy centuries of royal tradition? And then, she spoke. A soft smile crossed her lips. Yes. A single word that set the room ablaze with emotion. Her parents, King Felipe and Queen Letizia, exchanged a look of relief and pride. Queen Margrethe of Denmark nodded with quiet approval. It was done. The engagement was official. But what led to this moment? To understand its gravity, we must step back. Leonor, since childhood, has carried the weight of the Spanish crown on her shoulders. Every move, every decision scrutinized. Growing up in the public eye, she was groomed to be a queen, trained in diplomacy, military service, and leadership. But beneath the crown is a young woman who longed for a life beyond duty. Prince Christian, too, grew up with the same expectations. He is the heir to Denmark's throne, known for his charm, his discipline, and his sense of responsibility. The two first met at an official event years ago. What began as a polite friendship soon grew into something much deeper. Sources close to the family say that over time, they found in each other not just companionship but understanding. Both knew what it meant to live under constant pressure. And yet, their love story wasn't without challenges. Rumors swirled for months that the Spanish court was hesitant about a cross-border royal marriage. Questions arose about Leonor's role as queen, her duties, her ability to balance love with responsibility. Christian, too, faced quiet opposition in Denmark, whispers that the Danish heir should focus on his own people before tying himself to another nation's future monarch. Despite the politics, despite the scrutiny, they chose each other. Tonight's proposal was more than personal. It was a statement to the world that love and duty can coexist. Imagine being in that palace hall. The air heavy with anticipation. The weight of history pressing down. When Christian knelt, there was a collective intake of breath. Even the staff held their breath, knowing they were witnessing something monumental. As the couple embraced, applause broke out, quiet at first, then swelling until the room was filled with it. The sound carried through the palace corridors, and in that moment, the future of Spain and Denmark felt intertwined. But the story doesn't end here. Now comes the planning. The wedding of the century is on the horizon. Two nations will watch as their future king and queen unite. The guest list will be filled with royalty, heads of state, and dignitaries from around the world. The preparations will be lavish, the security unprecedented. And yet, beneath the grandeur, there is something strikingly human about this story. A young woman and a young man, who could have chosen duty over love or love over duty, found a way to choose both. In the weeks ahead, expect media frenzy. Speculation about the dress, the venue, the guest list will dominate headlines. But at the heart of this event is something simple: two people who dared to say yes to each other, yes to a future together, yes to carrying the weight of two crowns side by side. This engagement is more than royal news. It is a reminder that even in a world ruled by protocol, emotion still wins. Love still wins. And for Princess Leonor and Prince Christian, Copenhagen will forever be remembered as the city where their future began. Tonight, As the lights in the palace dim and the celebrations quiet down, one can only imagine what they are feeling. Relief, joy, excitement, perhaps a touch of fear for what lies ahead. But above all, certainty. Certainty that this is the path they were meant to walk together. And as the world watches, so begins the next chapter of Europe's most compelling royal love story.